Welcome to Wine Matchmaker. Tony Anderson here, and today we're at Glen Eldon in the Barossa Valley with Richard Sheedy, one of our favourite winemakers. So thank you for joining us, Richard, today.
Cheers, Tony. Great to have you here.
Thank you. And Richard's showing us a really good time. We've done some barrel samples, done a little bit of stuff out of the tank for the new vintage, and it's all looking pretty good. The 2013 is looking especially good. So what we thought we'd do today is we thought we'd do 1 minute with the winemaker, our special segment where we sort of fire the room, short fire with some irreverent sort of questions. So we'll give that a go. So Richard, if you weren't a winemaker, what would you do instead?
I'd be an abalone diver.
Abalone diver. Why?
35 days a year you work, a couple of $100,000. Beautiful.
I love it.
Then I can afford to buy wine instead of having to make it.
That's right. I love it. Fantastic. Now, what is your favourite wine?
My favourite wine? Look, obviously I'm in the Barossa and Eden Valley for two reasons. Eden Valley Riesling and Barossa Shiraz. I guess when I came across to go to Roseworthy and sort of did my apprenticeship at St Hallett, I really fell in love with those two wines and wine styles. And this region, in my opinion, produces the best of both. And so that's why.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. Now, if you were a grape variety, what grape variety would you be and why?
Now, you're asking me, not my wife, so that's good because I think I would say I'd have to be Cabernet.
Yep. Because
I'm pretty easygoing. Cabernet's pretty easy to grow. It's a little bit thick-skinned, but it ends up, really rich and lush and gentle and cuddly and consumable, and I think that's me.
I think it's you to a T, Richard. I agree with that. Now, are you a cat or dog person, and why?
I'm a dog person. I love cats. We've got cats and dogs, but I'd have to say I'm a dog person because, the dog really senses your mood. And we're Labrador and Golden Retriever owners, and, you come home and they're there, they're bouncing, they're happy to see you. Doesn't matter whether you've had a bad day, you see that little tail wagging, you just, you got a little mate.
Yeah, you do, that's very true. Now, obviously, we've all got a bucket list. What's the top item on your bucket list?
The top item on my bucket list? I'm too young to think about that. Top item on my bucket list would be, I like fishing, and I'm a high-class fisherman. However, I guess I would like to head up to Canada and catch salmon. I think that'd be an experience and a half.
Yes.
Don't know if it's the number one, but it's what came to mind.
It's pretty high up there.
Yeah. That'd be a hoot.
That sounds good, actually. Good. Now, who do you most admire and why?
Who I most admire? Crikey. I admire anybody that can overcome adversity. Yep. And I think that's... I take a lot of inspiration from people that have come and bettered themselves, their life, and those around them. I think that's sensational. Some of the actually, Bryce Rankin would have to be one of the guys that inspired me as a young student winemaker. He came in. I'll never forget. He came into our first lecture and he said, "Oh, so you're going to be winemakers?" And we all, this is going to be great. And he said, "Well, I just want to tell you something. This gig is 95% cleaning and 5% winemaking." And to this day, he's right. You think about the wine movements, everything you do in the vineyard, in the winery, you clean, you do a little operation, you clean. So it's, I guess that. But just his enthusiasm and intelligence and sharing this wealth of knowledge, he inspired me to ask why and keep pursuing my dream.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. And the last question, if your life was a movie, what movie would it be?
What movie
Is it a Gone with the Wind, or is it a Caddyshack, or is it a...
I'm thinking probably Monty Python.
Monty
somewhere.
Python. The Life of Winemaker.
Yeah. The Life of One. Yeah, possibly. No, he's a very naughty boy. So, yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, we've been with Richard Sheedy at Glen Eldon Wines. So thank you very much, Richard, for your time
Pleasure.
today.
Cheers, Tony.
And get out and try some Glen Eldon Wines. Dry Bush Shiraz is fantastic. And in the meantime, enjoy some wine. Thank you.